We would like to thank the staff of LAK for providing this online presentation. I am Satomi Hamada. I am a master student of Kyushu University from Japan, studying educational technology as my major. Today, we propose a preliminary practice flow model in high school for evidence-based class design with learning analytics. I will conduct the presentation in the following order. First, the introduction about evidence-based class design. Second, the research purpose. Third, the details of case studies. For example, system, basic class design, teachers, educational design assistant, and workshop. Fourth, we propose a preliminary practice flow model in high school for evidence-based class design. Last, our future work. Let me go straight into our main subject. This is the overview of evidence-based class design cycle for high school education. Using LA platform drives this cycle. In class design phase, we consider not only flow and elements of class, but also evaluation design based on LA. And teachers conduct the class using LA platform. In next phase, we analyze the data collected in class and consider the effects and problems of the class. The results based on LA and previous research feedback to teachers, and build the evidence-based class model for next class, next term, and next year. Traditionally, researcher and practitioner use questionnaire and performance tests for the evaluation of class design. We need much time to analyze data, reconsider, and improve class design. However, LA accelerates this cycle. This ADDIE model is one of the use for class design models. In traditional class design, we conducted summative evaluation, such as performance tests and questionnaires at the end of semester. However, LA-based class design, we can conduct formative evaluation in small grain phase. LA tools provide researchers and practitioners with possible opportunities to reflect, reconsider, and improve class design. That is, researcher and practitioner can improve the class design whenever they want to with LA tools. LA will be useful and effective for teachers, and LA outcome will be acceptable for teachers to improve their practice. However, when it is going to introduce LA to the primary education, we need to consider intention of various stakeholders. For example, Municipal Board of Education, head of school, teachers, and research team, and educational design assistant. Understanding their intention promotes effective and efficient evidence-based class design practice. For example, to get the support for device investment and get permission to use student personal data. So, we propose a preliminary practice flow model for effective and efficient LA-based practice. Therefore, we started case studies for the consideration of practical LA and the reconsideration of class design. Next, I'll explain abstract of case studies. This case study is a collaborative project that involves 3 university laboratories, a public high school, and local government. One laboratory is major in educational technology. The other is major in information science. This case study was conducted on 80-10 grade students. And this case study's period is 6 months. This case study subjects are mathematics and English. Mathematics class is conducted one class every day. In mathematics class, 80 students were divided into 3 groups according to entrance examination score. And 3 teachers teach mathematics in different classes, but they use same textbooks and tests. On the other hand, English class is conducted twice a week, and one teacher teaches English in both classes. The device used this case study is iPad provided by school and smartphone of their own. But the schools don't permit to bring iPad to their home. Next, I'll explain details of case studies. 3 systems was used. One is Moodle. This is learning management system. In this practice, in addition to its roles as a portal for the learning system, it is also used as a test plugin and an assignment submission plugin. 2 is Bookroll. Bookroll has the ability to mark the displayed digital teaching materials. For example, adding memos, adding marker, flipping pages. Students can add yellow marker to areas they will feel difficult, and students can add red marker to areas they will feel important. 3 is dashboard system. The dashboard displays a graph of the learning logs accumulated by textbooks and uploaded to the Bookroll. Specific learning logs include the actions taken by the student on each page. For example, marker count, marker point, number of notes, and note content. Next, I'll explain basic class design. First step is teachers ask learners to add markers and memo on each textbook. Second step is teachers confirmed the difficult parts on each textbook using the dashboard. Third step is teachers started their class. Teachers taught the subject and teachers asked learners to delete marker when they understood the difficult part by class. Fourth step is back to first. In this basic class design, we required teachers to follow this class design first. And teachers can change class design if they want to redesign their class. Next, I will explain teachers' teaching experience and their teaching belief. In their class, all students read textbooks using Bookroll. And teachers' teaching experience is different. Mathematics teacher A experienced for 20 years. Mathematics teacher B for 30 years. Mathematics teacher C 8 years. English teacher D for 4 years. And their teaching styles are different. Mathematics teacher A used textbooks mainly and solve questions during preparation and explaining them in class. In his class, there were few questions from students. And mathematics teacher B used textbooks mainly. In his class, it is environment where students can easily to ask questions. And this teacher B frequently comments on system usage evaluation. On the other hand, mathematics teacher C used prints he made. In his class, it is environment where students can difficult to ask questions. And English teacher D used textbooks mainly and often gives his students a test. In his class, students learn in pairs, but students couldn't talk in his class without teacher permission. This teacher D checks students' notebook regularly. As I said, their teaching styles are different. But all teachers instructed them to submit assignments on Moodle. And before class starts, each teacher views the dashboard, decides the class plan, and then conducts the class. However, the use and adoption of the system varied greatly from teacher to teacher. For example, mathematics teacher B and English teacher D were active in introducing new systems. However, mathematics teacher A and C only projected textbooks with projectors and were reluctant to introduce the system. In other words, teachers' attitudes towards using the system differed greatly from teacher to teacher. Teaching styles affect their decision-making of using systems, so it is necessary for us to understand their teaching styles. Next, I'll explain educational design assistant. The master and doctor students who major in educational technology were dispatched every class. They have 5 roles. First, lecture about 3 systems to teachers. Second, create system manuals. Third, respond to questions about system usage from teachers and students. Fourth, handling of problems during classes using the system. If a system problem is discovered, take it back to the university and keep in touch with the system developer. Fifth, suggest about class design based on the dashboard and running analytics data. This table is a part of the running analytics data. For example, you can compare the rows of each lesson, and you can see that even though the same lesson is being conducted, the degree of student engagement is different. Based on this data, teachers revised and improved their class design. After all classes, EDAs discuss the problems of class with teachers, as I said before, and sometimes the head of the school in order to improve class design and intervention during class. And EDAs reported about lectures, problems, actions, and requirements from teachers. Next, I will explain the workshop. 2 research teams in different regions attended this workshop. Each research team includes not only teachers, but also head of school, municipal board of education. In this workshop, there were many feedback. First, feedback from teachers to researchers about how to understand data analytics results for the improvement of class design, and requesting system modification and ICT environment. Second, feedback from policymakers to head of school and researchers about analyzing the data for the enhancement of learning performance. Third, feedback from head of school to researchers about improving teaching skills for novice teaching using dashboards and other ICT. As a result, this workshop helped increase all stakeholders' motivation to practice. For example, they want to have more devices, they want to collect out of class data to improve their class, and they start to think about how to improve their work as a whole. And a new teaching design with the LA platform was proposed by sharing the concerns of each school. In addition, this workshop encourages cross-regional activities. Summarizing the activities as I explained, we will propose a preliminary practice flow model for evidence-based class design. First step is preparation and pilot study. In this step, EDAs make a manual for teachers to use in-class design, and EDAs lecture teachers on how to use the system. This step is mainly the preparation stage. The second step is implementation. In this step, the teacher conducts classes using the LA platform. EDAs observe the class for the first month or 2 months and respond to system troubles during the class and grasp the teaching characteristics of each teacher. In the next step, the class is evaluated based on the LA platform and the test score. Then, EDAs propose how to use the system in classes according to the teaching characteristics of each teacher. These 3 steps, implementation, evaluation, and feedback, are repeated. And once a month, teachers and EDAs hold discussions and conduct large-scale workshops, including municipal board of education and head of school. There are 2 important points in this model. First, activities are performed at different granularities, and the research team, including educational design assistants, supports activities at each granularity. This movement of EDAs makes a good connection between developers and teachers. Then, by summarizing the movement as a whole, it becomes possible to appropriately deal with the solution of the problem. Second, there is interaction among teachers who are using systems. The practice is promoted by sharing ways to incorporate the system into lessons and raising concerns regarding the system. This practice provides the opportunity to share information with practice groups in other prefectures. Using these efforts, it could be possible that each organization can cooperate and practice smoothly. Our future work has 2 points. First, we need to discuss the important elements. For example, data and events through workshop, discussion, observation, intervention, and reflection with data through formative evaluation in order to modify the flow model. The other is clearing what is the negative and positive impact and effects of the feedback on stakeholders' awareness. If you have any questions, please send me an email. We are willing to share our experiments with you all. Thank you for listening.